Good morning, class 7. Today we will continue with the sixth chapter of your geography, natural vegetation and wildlife. We have discussed the half of the chapter where Salima was very excited as she was going on a summer camp and she was visiting Manali, which is in Himachal Pradesh, with her classmates. So when she was going, she saw the difference in the vegetation, natural vegetation, when the bus was climbing higher and higher. So the jungles, she saw the forest, the grasslands, and when she came, she noticed the difference, and she discussed it with her father. And her father, who has also done visited various places, so he also told about his observation of variety of vegetation. So we have talked about the forest, sorry. So there are different types of forests which we will be discussing here. First is tropical evergreen forest, then tropical deciduous forest, temperate evergreen forest, temperate deciduous forest, Mediterranean vegetation, coniferous forest. So in total we will be discussing there are six types of forest. Then we will be talking about the grasslands, and finally thorny bushes and shrubs. So we have talked about tropical evergreen forest. Now with the name you can make out that since it is a rainforest, that means it must be receiving rains very quite often. Then from the evergreen, that means it is green throughout the year. They never shed their leaves, and it is found like 0 to 23.5 degree north and 0 to 23.5 degree south. That means like if you can say that this region is between tropics and equator from both the sides. Okay, so they do not shed their leaves throughout the year, and that speciality you can say that say they are because they are in the tropical region, therefore they are known as tropical forest, tropical rainforest. Then they are known as evergreen because they never shed their leaves, and this area is hot and humid, and that is the reason that this area receives rainfall throughout the year. And the leaves, they are the trees, they are so much near to each other that it becomes very difficult for the sunlight to reach the ground. uh, Trees which are found here are rosewood, ebony and mahogany. Now let's see what's written here. These forests are also called tropical rainforest. You can see it in the figure. These thick forests occur in the region near the equator and close to the tropics. These regions are hot and receive heavy rainfall throughout the year, as there is no particular dry season. The trees do not shed their leaves altogether. This is the reason they are called evergreen. The thick canopies of the closely spaced trees do not allow the sunlight to penetrate, or that is get inside the forest even in the daytime. Hardwood trees like rosewood, ebony, mahogany are common here. This is what I was telling you, that these trees are common here. And the tropical evergreen forest in Brazil is so enormous that it is like the lungs of the earth, because lungs, if you know the function of lungs, you can easily understand what does this line mean here. Anaconda, one of the world's largest snake, is found in the tropical rainforest. It can kill and eat a large animal such as crocodile. So you can understand that how huge anacondas are, and you must have seen the movie as well. Now when we talk about tropical deciduous forest, so these tropical deciduous forests, they are the monsoon forests of India. When you talk about for like abroad, you can find this like it is in northern Australia, Central America. They have slightly seasonal changes can be seen here. They shed their leaves in dry months. So this is the difference that between deciduous and evergreen, that they shed their leaves in the dry month, and the purpose why they shed their leaves is to conserve water, that is the reduce the process of transpiration. Now trees which are found here are sal, teak, neem, shisham. These are usually used in furniture, constructional purposes. Now when we talk about the wildlife which is found here, consists of tiger, lions, elephants. Now let's see what's written here. Tropical deciduous are the monsoon forest found in large part of India, northern Australia and in Central America. Figure 6.4, you can see it in the figure. These regions experience seasonal changes. Trees shed their leaves in the dry season to conserve water. The hardwood trees found in this forest are sal, teak, neem, and shishan. Hardwood trees are extremely useful for making furniture, transport, and constructional material. Tigers, lions, elephants, langurs, and monkeys are common animals of these regions. Figure 6.5, 6.6, and 6.8. You can see it in these figures. The animals which are found here. Where in India do tropical evergreen and tropical deciduous forest occur? Name the state. Which type of forest dominates most part of India? So you have to find it out and then we can discuss it. Okay. Now, then we will be talking about temperate evergreen forest. This is the third type of forest. It is found in the mid-latitudinal coastal areas between 66.5 degree north to 66.5 degree south. East margin of southeast USA, China, and southeast Brazil. The trees which we can find here are oak, pine, eucalyptus. Temperate. Now let's see what's written here. The temperate evergreen forests are located in the mid-latitudinal coastal region. You can see it in the figure 6.7. They are commonly found along the eastern margin of the continents. Example in southeast USA, South China, and in southeast Brazil. They comprise both hard and softwood trees like oak, pine, eucalyptus, etc. So you can see the differences and and understand them. Now comes temperate deciduous forest. Now they are found at higher latitudes. That means when you move higher and higher, then you will find this temperate deciduous forest. Now in northeast USA, China, New Zealand, Chile, West Europe. Here they also, since it's a deciduous, so obviously they will shed their leaves once in a dry season. The trees which are found here are oak, ash, and beech. The wildlife which we find here consists of deer, fox, wolf, and the birds. When we talk about, there are monals and pheasants. If we talk about our country, it can be found in the sections of Himalayan region. Now let's see temperate deciduous forest. As we go towards higher latitudes, there are more temperate deciduous forest. These are found in the northeastern part of USA, China, New Zealand, Chile, and also found in the coastal region of Western Europe. They shed their leaves in the dry season. The common trees are oak, ash, beech, etc. Deer, foxes, wolves are the animals commonly found. Birds like pigeons, monals are also found here. Figure 6.9 and 6.10. So you can see these figures and you will come to know that which type of birds and pigeons, the 6.9 and 6.10, the birds which can be found here. Then comes the Mediterranean vegetation. It is like east and northeast margins of temperate and deciduous forest. Then the Mediterranean Sea region, California, Southwest Africa, Southwest Australia, and South America. This region is hot and have hot and dry summer, and when you talk about the trees, they have thick bark, and the leaves, they are wax coated. You will feel that they are little, you can say slippery sort of. The purpose is the same here. The leaves reduce transpiration, that is to conserve the water. Mild rainy winters, that means less of rainfall is there. Orchards, here you can find the orchards of the world. So the plants which you can get here are oranges, figs, olives, grapes, and lemon. So that is you can say this area is like Mediterranean region. You can find the what do you call uh, this family, I cannot recall the name. Okay, let me think. If I'll recall it, I'll let you know. You have learned that most of the east and northeast margins of the continents are covered by temperate evergreen and deciduous trees. The west and southwest margins of the continents are different. They have Mediterranean vegetation. You can see the 6.12 a vineyard and Mediterranean region. It is found mostly found in the areas around the Mediterranean Sea in Europe, Africa, and Asia. Hence the name. This kind of vegetation is also found outside the actual Mediterranean region in California, in the USA, Southwest Africa, Southwestern South America, and Southwest Australia. These regions are marked by hot dry summers and mild rainy winters. Citrus fruits, yes, that's what I was recalling. Citrus fruits such as oranges, figs, olives, and grapes are commonly cultivated here because people have removed the natural vegetation in order to cultivate what they want to. There isn't much wildlife here. So Mediterranean trees adapt themselves to dry summers with the help of their thick barks and wax-coated leaves, which help them reduce transpiration. Mediterranean regions are also known as orchards of the world for their fruit cultivation. This we have already discussed. Okay. Then we will talk about the coniferous forest or taiga, which means pure. At higher latitudes, that is 50 to 70 degree. Taiga word is a Russian word and it means pure. The trees which we find here are tall, softwood, evergreen, and the pulp from these trees they are used for making paper, matchboxes. They are used for packaging purposes. The name of the trees are cheer, pine, cedar. And the wildlife which we find here is consists of silver fox, mink, polar bear. In the higher latitude 50 degree to 70 degree of northern hemisphere, the spectacular coniferous forests are found. Figure 6.13, a coniferous forest. You can see it in the picture. A and B. You can see these are also known as taiga. These forests are also seen in the higher altitudes. These are the trees which Salima found in the Himalayas in abundance. They are tall, softwood, evergreen trees. The woods of these trees are very useful for making pulp, which is used for manufacturing paper and newsprint. Matchboxes and packaging boxes are also made from softwood. The woods that cheer, pine, cedar are the important variety of trees in these forests. Silver fox, mink, polar bear are the common animals found here. Initially, people used like this animal, which is mink. Its skin was used for the purpose of making shawls and all, and it is very warm. But now government has banned it because of the you can say we have to conserve the wildlife, and they were becoming on the verge of extinction. Therefore, so class we will end the chapter here itself today. For today, we will be continuing with the grasslands in the next class. Please go through all the 6 forests, see their important features, and you can just try to understand them because it is very important for your future classes as well. Then only you will be able to understand when you will be studying geography further. Thank you class. Take care of yourselves. Be safe at home and please do read the chapter.